Healthier Together or the Heads app are just digital solutions and missing the whole point. The whole point is this infrastructure behind it is the bit that allows, if you go back to Matthew's talk earlier, that's the power that Healthier Together offers. It offers personnel and people who can then do that collaborative work. Okay, I've got a very quick question for Emma and Nicole. We spoke about the importance of co-production. Nicole left us with that cliffhanger, which is, how can we, should we be doing it? Can we afford not to do it? I think were Nicole's words. Identifying existing PPE fora or funding pots where this is being done, or we can link in with, is important. But Emma, Nicole, have you found any beyond going down the research line? I think you go down the research line and suddenly 5 years of your life have gone and you're grey and potentially bald. So we work at pace in Healthier Together, and that's why, although we evaluate the impact of our stuff, we haven't necessarily gone down the research line. Any thoughts on that?
Sanjay, I think one of the things is just putting yourself out there in places that you haven't been. So I recently joined, it's called the West End Community Partnership, Community Collaborative, and it's the West End is an extremely diverse and very socioeconomically difficult area of Newcastle. So the most important thing is there is one GP for 8,000 people there. And as a result, the normal population use ED as their route for healthcare. And I went to one of their collaborative meetings, and because of going to their meetings, I was invited. So the school have invited me to come and do some work. These are primary schools, the parent groups, the health visitors. So I think that we have to go out and find these opportunities, but we do have to, in some ways, make the effort to go and seek the communities that David and James, you were all talking about, because they won't automatically come to you. So I think it's about us not just sitting there waiting. We have to be proactive.
And is it sustainable having a consultant paediatrician or a GP doing it? Nicole was saying that out of her 4 hours a week of Healthier Together time, is an hour and a half doing this a week or whatever is not, that's not sustainable. How do we address that?
Well, I do think really clearly that I'm not the best person to do this. And I think that, you look at Holly's work and other people's work, I think other people do it far better than me. And also, when we look at the work with Parent Champions, they actually want somebody close to their community. They want people who understand their lived experiences. They don't really necessarily need me parachuting in saying this is what happens at the Great North Children's Hospital. And I think this is where something like your facilitators from your young people's advisory groups, from your local umbrella organizations are the best people to do that, because they know their communities. That would be my argument anyway.
Yeah, no, that's brilliant. And I'm just mindful of the time, but I think you're spot on. We just need to think laterally about who's available to do some of this stuff. And there are so many, and it's a bit of the engagement. And although I haven't got time for John to answer it, I might pick something up with you later, John, about, something you described about health and wellbeing champions. And actually, we've got these social prescribers or in primary care, and seeing how we can link up with that workforce and support them through Healthier Together is something we've been working on. But I'm sure I would love to hear your thoughts of that, potentially offline at some point. So I'm mindful we've got 26 minutes till our next session, and I do have to find some food very shortly. So I want to thank the speakers for another brilliant session, super important session, and clearly one where many of us haven't done due diligence, but that is being addressed by some great initiatives around the country. Watch this space. Our offer to young people will be better, as will our Make Every Contact Count offer when they touch acute settings. So thanks to Nicole, to Emma, to Dave, to everyone that has spoken today.